Let's talk about some gimmick forms. I don't know if every single Pokemon has a gimmick form, or every single generation, I should say, has a gimmick form. But I do think that the most underrated ones are still going to be here and ready to be talked about. So thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. Subscribe. We are pushing for 1,000. I'm not sure if we're there by now, as I'm recording 2 or 3 here at once. But if we are, thank you very much. Get me to 1.1 thousand. Get me to 2,000. Doesn't matter. Get me close to that 1,000 number. And let's go ahead and get started with the most underrated gimmick form Pokemon. And we've got a lot of Mega Evolutions, which helps us a lot here. But let's talk about one of the Mega Evolutions that I personally am a fan of, even though other people don't care too much for it. And that's Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise, man. Give this thing more bulk. Give this thing more power. Honestly, there's not too much more I can talk about with this guy because it's not like he gets anything more that's that much more special. But all these other Megas got a big power up, and he's just kind of there. So you don't really have much of a choice. Gen 2, there is a Mega T-Tar, by the way. I was questioning that in a previous video. Gen 2, it's Ampharos. I don't know why. I don't know why they thought that they should give Ampharos Dragon typing. But man, if it didn't work, if it wasn't really strong, I just don't know why they made that decision. I just don't know why that was an idea they came up with. But it worked. Gen 3, it's Sharpedo. I love Sharpedo as a Pokemon, but the problem was he was so frail, he just died. Mega Sharpedo is still frail, but he's not as frail. And he still gets the same moves and a better ability. That's my guy. Gen 4. I think he gets Speed Boost. Was that his ability? I'm not 100% on that. I think it was Speed Boost for Sharpedo when he previously got Rough Skin. Gen 4. If we're talking underrated, give me Abomasnow. Mega Abomasnow was everything Abomasnow was, but more powerful and a little bit faster. I also really like his design. I think they really took a step further in his design. I think they should have just made Abomasnow like this, but they didn't. Gen 5 is obviously the legs. I mean, come on, how could it not be the legs? Or it's the Pinocchio-looking monster, or the robot, or this guy, the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster or something going on there. Or this looks like a gate of some sort of locked gate, but there's like a smile and like a guy behind this. And then we just have Karate Man, and we have Time Machine, and we have this guy who's in quicksand, and we have a blimp that looks like it might actually be some sort of explosive machine. And then we have this guy who probably should rethink his wardrobe. And then we have Garbodor and Audino. And this Garbodor, I think, is also from Pokestar Studios, so I can't even pick that. Or is this a G-Max form? I think it's actually a G-Max form. Okay, we're going to pick Garbodor then, because Garbodor is a decent Pokemon. And oh my goodness! And yeah, that's basically what happens here. So I can't pick Blastoise again, so I'm going to pick Beedrill for this one. Beedrill! Everybody knows Beedrill is one of the worst Pokemon they ever designed. The fact that the Pokemon is so iconic is because of the TV show and not because of the game. Same with Butterfree, right? But they gave it a Mega Form, which made him look 10 times cooler, but also increased his attack and speed so much to the point where this thing was useful. This thing will sweep you if played right. And I've never said that about a Beedrill before, but Mega Beedrill was such a big step up. It was absolutely massive. Gen 7, now we've got some Alolan forms in here. And I want to go with Alolan Raichu. Psychic Electric. Psychic Electric. Those are two incredibly strong offensive types. And adding them together was so strong. That was an excellent idea to add those two types together to a Pokemon that was already incredibly fast. Alolan Raichu. Incredibly good. Generation 8. Yeah, this is tough. There's so many. There is so many. I want I want... I mean, guys, come on. Did you really think I was going to... No, that's the best. I can't do it. That's the best. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay? I just can't. I just can't. The actual answer, I can't... I need to scroll my screen over so you guys can see these. There we go. The actual answer is Hisuian Typhlosion. I wouldn't even say it's underrated, but at the same time, it's like there's so many things that are better than it. Hisuian Typhlosion's awesome. It is. I have no other thing to say about it. And Gen 9 is Toadscruel. Look. I went into Gen 9 mostly blind. I knew what the starters were, but I didn't know anything else. The surprise on my face when I saw a Tentacruel running on its legs, I couldn't believe it. And I wondered, what on earth has gone on with this design? But then I realized they stopped with the regional forms and just called them different names. And that's where you get Toadscruel. And the idea is that this thing is not a squid like it became later or was in a different generation, but rather that it's a mushroom. And it's a poison type. And suddenly I put it together. I actually really like this thing. It's cool. I have no complaints. The most underrated gimmick form, though, I would personally say is Ampharos. Because the Dragon Edition is just that much more effective for you. It makes a huge difference. So that's what I got for you guys. I really think the Dragon Edition is something you didn't expect but didn't realize you needed because it added so many resistances as well. Well, thank you guys for watching. That is the list, as you can see. Comment down below. Let me know what your list would be, and make sure you subscribe. We have one more video to go. One more. One more. We're going to talk about the most underrated legendaries, and I'm already losing my voice, so I got to go fast on this one. So I'll see you for that one.